Welcome back. Now for the news in detail. The opening of the Yvette Penn Festiville got off to a slow start on August 3rd as several local entertainers helped to launch the new location for the East End Long Look Festival activities in Long Swamp East End. Delivering remarks at the opening ceremony, 8th District Representative Honorable Marlon Penn expressed gratitude to the Penn family for granting the VI Festival and Affairs Committee access to the new Festival Village site.
And I want to encourage the next generation to have that same commitment that Ms. Penn exhibited so that the festival could continue to grow, continue to be strong, and continue to go on for years to go. So I'm encouraging my generation, the generation behind of me, to continue to get involved and move festival forward. And before I leave, I would also like to extend thank yous to the Penn family for allowing us to use this facility and for getting it prepared in such short order. I know it was a difficult task over the past couple of weeks to have this facility to put together, but we're here.
Deputy Premier and the 7th District Representative, Dr. Kedrick Pickering, reminded his audience that enslaved Africans on the Long Look plantation were the first in the Western Hemisphere to gain freedom from the shackles of slavery.
I want to emphasize that our celebration of Festiville is not a carnival. We say these things year after year, and some things are worth repeating, that this is a historical event in that we celebrate. But I also have to emphasize the point that Long Look is the first free slave plantation in the Western Hemisphere. The slaves in Long Look were given their freedom in 1776. That is the same year as the United States of America's independence. So, although slavery was officially abolished by an act of parliament in the United Kingdom and read in these islands in 1834, the slaves in Long Look and the surrounding area was free. They were free from 1776. That is a historical fact that cannot be understated, and it must never ever be overlooked.
Minister of Education and Culture, Honorable Myron Walwyn, and the East End Festival Village honoree, Yvette Penn, also addressed the opening ceremony. Sister Joyce, Shine Eye, and Prime Time kicked off the entertainment lineup, followed by performances from Jamaican dancehall artist Cargo and the reggae group Morgan Heritage. Following a well-attended soca show and Rise and Shine Tramp, the East End Long Look Festival activities concluded on August 5th with the annual street parade. However, the parade got off to a piercingly late start after 5 p.m., provoking criticisms from many patrons who lined the streets to view the entries for 2015.
We had the troops. It was just the time for the parade to start. There were some issues. I'm not blaming anybody or anything, but this is just what took place. There were some issues early in the morning with getting the generators out of Road Town for the DJs. We got that resolved. And then we just had to wait for the troops to get there. There were some that just ran late for whatever reason. And until the troops were in place, and even the bands that were there, until they were able to get the equipment in place and finish sound checking and everything in place, it didn't make sense to start. At one point, we actually did start, and that's why there were some gaps, because at one point it felt that we had to go ahead and start so that, people don't sit any longer thinking that nothing is happening. Let's go ahead and start, and the rest will have to catch up, because some of the bands were taking some time sound checking. That's something that we've talked to bands over the years about as well. If you're contracted to do a gig, if you're supposed to start at 7 o'clock, it can't mean starting to sound check and set up at 7 o'clock. You should be there from 6 o'clock trying to get everything you have to get ready so that you can be on the road for the time that you're contracted to start.